computer. Okay. So we decided kind of as a group of leaders that we just wanted to kind of talk about vision. The how is there, you guys, but so many times people jump into this business, or they're in this business and they're in it for a while, and they're so stuck on the how. They're like, what do I do? What do I do? And we know that this business only grows by action, right? That's obvious. But if you are so stuck on the how, and you are either not taking action on the how because you're trying to figure it out, or your mind is not right and you don't actually know why you're doing this, then that's going to be a problem. You'll never get anywhere. You'll never feel excited. You know, for me, I know if I'm not feeling excited, it's because I don't know why I'm doing this right now, short term, and right now, long term. So I'm just going to take up just a couple minutes sharing a couple things that I read or listened to on this book. And dude, I was just taking every freaking thing he said on the book. When I was listening to it, I was typing it out. I'm like, this is me just literally like copy and pasting the book. But it was so good, you guys. It was so good. So I'm going to share just a couple things with you. And then all these leaders are going to share why making a dream board is important, you guys. If you guys have not made a dream board, you need to make one ASAP, like within the next 24 to 48 hours. And on there should be short-term goals and long-term goals. So a long-term goal, this is kind of my challenge for you guys. I want you guys to make a long-term goal of 5 years. Okay. In 5 years, what does your perfect day look like? Okay. So I want you guys to write this down. What does your perfect day look like in 5 years from now? Okay. And then what's the income that is going to get you to that perfect day? Because a lot of us, we're not necessarily driven by money. We're driven by what money is going to bring us, whether it's freedom, whether it's your house, I don't care what it is. But for me, seeing that long-term goal, then I can break it down. So what does your perfect day look like in 5 years? Okay. I know for some of you guys, like, I haven't even barely started 5 years. But 5 years from now, your perfect day. Okay. And what is it going to take? What income is that going to take for you to have that perfect day? Okay. And then we're going to bring it down even more. The daily activities, you guys, that you do for this business, they need to be in line with that goal. If anything in your life is not in line with that goal, you need to rid of it, right? So like, is you spending a couple hours on that TV show, and neglecting your business going to get you to that perfect day in 5 years? No, it's not. However you want to do it, I don't care, but that's how you have to think if you really want that in 5 years. If any effort that you put into anything doesn't align with that in 5 years, it doesn't have a place. It just doesn't have a place in your space, in your mind, in anything. On your dream board, it just doesn't have space, you guys. So I'm just going to kind of share my dream board just really quick. I'm not going to go over too much. So I didn't actually have to make a new dream board. I want you guys to make one if you have crossed things off. I have actually not crossed off anything on my dream board. I guess I don't have a problem dreaming big. It's funny. Well, okay, we went to this place that looks like that little cabin, right? We went there and it's like, oh, that looks like where we just went. But this house, sometimes God has a different plan. We were going to buy this house and now we're going to build. That's okay. Right here, I have a $105,000 paycheck that is written to me from It Works Global, from Mark Pentecost. I have not hit that goal yet. That's okay. I'm excited. I know it's there. And I'm actually going to change it because 150 just kind of came into my heart and my soul. So I am going to change it because I have gotten close to it. That's a lie. We have gotten a house cleaner once a week. She does our laundry. That's been amazing. And we don't necessarily have a chef, but we've been ordering our meals. So that's been awesome too. So there's a few different things that we have done on there, you guys, but the goal of a dream board is to have a short term and a long term. Why? Because your short term, you guys, they are going to happen quickly. Okay. Those are those things that are going to happen quickly that you're just going to be like, yes, I did this. And the long-term ones are what's going to keep you going. Because like Ashley always says, like, you tie, you die, right? If you have hit your goal and you don't have another goal already, you lose excitement. You lose just momentum, you lose everything. So it's really important that you guys have that. So I have a bunch of other stuff to share, but I'm gonna move on so that you guys have a time to share. So who wants to go first? That's kind of a silly thing. So if you guys want to go first, just put it in the chat and I'll just go by who comments first. Triples and up. Sorry, guys. Okay, cool. I just allowed you to unmute yourself, Savannah. You guys should all be able to mute yourself.
Ooh, hey.
Hey.
Okay, so I just have like the biggest why for dream boards. So when I knew that we were gonna do that, I'm like, get me on, because I just love it. So I had never heard of a vision board, a dream board, nothing until Christy, you guys. So literally, I truly believe that she changed my life with the vision board. It was our first dream board party and she was like, just go big, just do huge things. And I'm like, this girl's freaking crazy. Like, that's literally what I felt. And I put the craziest things on this board. It was like, quit my job, right? Be a full-time mom, buy a new car, have a $10,000 check, like all these different things that in my heart at that time, I did not believe would happen. That's the truth. Okay. I put them on, and she even said to me, she's like, put dates on it, because that was like so important, was to have a date where you wanted those goals to be met. So I, again, overshot it, and I was like December, November, October. And you guys, every single thing on my dream board that year came to fruition by April. Okay, so most of it came done by March, and all of it was done by April. I was able to take my kids to Disneyland for the first time. We bought new cars. I quit my job. Like, this was back in 2016, and I was just still like developing into the person I was. And that dream board changed my life, because not only did it keep me focused, but it just gave me hope that I could really design my life of what I wanted. And so every single year I make these huge dreams, and every single year they happen. So I just really wanted to share that with you guys, because it might seem impossible, just like Christy said. It might seem like, how the heck is any of this going to happen? But if you put it out there and you truly believe in your heart that it can happen, and you start looking at it, another huge thing is putting it somewhere every single day that you're going to see. When I work, like, my current dream board is right above where I work. So I sit there and I see those dreams, and I'm working my business with intention, because I know what's coming from my business. Okay. So here's my dream board for this last year. Let's see. So ambassador, and we haven't hit ambassador yet, but we did hit presidential. So I was triple going into the year, and we hit presidential in March or April, I can't remember. But that was just like huge. I haven't hit 30,000, actually pretty close to 30, but it was like 22,000. I've made my biggest check in this year, which has been so crazy amazing. Once again, there's, variations of your dreams, because things happen. I didn't know I was going to get pregnant, so definitely not getting new boobs. We can't go to Disneyland, right, because of Corona, but we are completely debt-free. Isn't that awesome? We got that goal, like, finally, 5 years into the business, we're debt-free. We can't go on our trip yet with Christy, but I know it's coming because we went presidential. Let's see. Full-time family, you guys. My husband's last day of work is tomorrow. Isn't that so cool? It's his very last day of work, and he's going to be home with us full-time tomorrow, right in time for our 4th child. 3 new VIP leaders by second quarter. I don't have 3, but I have 2 amazing triple diamonds who are in top 150. Crazy amazing leaders, and to put that out there, that was so cool. we've had some massive events. We're not going to Tucson, but I have a huge team retreat planned in October for my Diamonds and Up in Sedona, Arizona. So that's a variation of my dreams checked off. And then 3 rubies a month. I've actually totally excelled in that. We've brought at least 1, if not 2 personally enrolled diamonds every single month this year. I earned Margaritaville, 30,000 on a check. Like I said, it was 23. And then top 50 income earners by second quarter. I don't know if that's going to happen, but we'll find out on Monday. So I'm super excited, you guys. Dream big. You can do anything, you believe in. And if you start putting it out there and achieving those goals, you'll just start believing more and more in yourself, and your whole life will change.
Oh my gosh. I love that you shared all that. And I'll just give a little shout out, you guys, to Savannah, because she just doesn't let anything stop her, truthfully. I've seen her business boom, and then there just weren't those people with her that saw their vision, essentially. And then she just never even questioned herself, because you know why? Because she had the bigger vision. She wasn't seeing 30 seconds down the road. She wasn't seeing to tomorrow, to next month. She was like, where do I want to be in a year? Where do I want to be in 2 years? And then oh man, her just vision just bursted. And it was immediately after that, these people just came into her business that just exploded it. So it's just crazy how I feel like God works. You're just I can't see this. It's okay. You don't need to see how it's going to happen, you guys. That's the best part. That's the most exciting part to me. I'm somebody I signed today could just be freaking go ham. They could go ambassador within a year. I don't know. And that's what excites me, because I truly just don't know. But I think the secret, you guys, is that she has stuff on there that was big, but also smaller, but also short term, but also long term. And like I said, that is the most important thing, because how many of you guys, even for Ruby, okay, how many of you guys have even ever gone for a goal in life, a promotion in life, anything in life, and then once you hit it, you're like, oh, okay, thank you. Okay, what's next? It's because you are going to have to change and adapt what drives you and what excites you and what motivates you before you hit that next thing. And so anyways, you also have to become the person that is going to be able to hit that, you guys. We focus so much on okay, Mikkel, and actually I'm going to talk about this at the end, because it's very step-by-step that they were talking about in that book, and I'm just going to steal all the words. Stacey, do you want to go? Because I'll see if this. Let me.
Sure. Yeah. So crazy, but my dog chewed up my 2020 dream board a week ago and tore it up. So
that was on purpose.
Right. I know. That's probably why Texas hasn't proposed. Just kidding. I'm waiting. Okay. But I'll show you my 2019. Obviously things have changed. But the big ones I'm going to just talk about. I don't want to take too much time. I'm still sweating from that call, which was amazing, by the way. If you got people on there, dude, that was incredible. And if you're feeling in a funk, like some people like to say, then you get your booty out of your comfort zone and you do something like that, because it was awesome. Definitely pumped me up. Okay. So, 2019, here we are. So it says ambassador in March, which that actually happened, which was amazing. And I'll tell you guys, the end of 2018, volume wise and all that, it wasn't the best. And so I really didn't think it would happen, but I put it on my dream board, and my team and I had a vision for it, triples, doubles, all of it, trickling down to rubies. We all knew what we needed. We had a vision together, and that's how it happened. So yeah, it's awesome. And then another big one would be the $100,000 in the bank, which we've hit that. So that's really, really exciting. You guys, I never thought that would be something that I could work for, ever. So yeah, it's just been incredible. Let's see what else I got in here. What's the word I'm looking for? Doesn't say it. Just says live your best life. The real gains begin now. So I'm super into looking good and feeling good, working out and all that. It's kind of been off my game lately, but I did. When I was going for these goals, I did reach my goals. I think that summer at a retreat was like the best I had looked in a very long time. So that was really awesome. Felt good. And then attend a country concert, which I actually did that with Kara. I think Kara and somebody else here in Vegas. She visited, and we went to a country concert because I was just afraid of concerts for a minute, but we are all good now. And then Hawaii was on my dream board. I had no idea Kara was going to invite me to her wedding, but she did, and it was in Hawaii, and so I was able to knock that off my dream board. But yeah, so the importance I want to talk about, like envisioning things, like a lot of times our blueprint's kind of off because we were raised a certain way. We were, told to think or feel about money a certain way. And I'm here to say, like, it doesn't matter who you are, where you came from. Your life is up to you. And no matter what anybody else says, you can have whatever you want. Do not be afraid to put something on paper just because it sounds big and scary and greedy and, all the things. If you want it, put it down and then do the growth to get there. If you have the mindset of, I feel greedy and all this stuff, then you won't reach that because you think that that's going to mean that you're greedy. But if you reach, for example, the $100,000 in the bank, like, I didn't think that I would be greedy. No, what I knew was that $100,000 that I had in the bank could get me so much more, give back so much more, have the freedom I want to have. It could, do so many different things. And so if you put something down on paper that you don't know that you're quite ready for yet, whatever it is, put it down and then grow to that, because it is going to take time and it's a daily step. I have a quote on here that says, success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines practiced every day. So if you aren't a reader or don't like to listen to books, put it down that you want to read a book a month and then just do it every day. Listen to that book. And then sure enough, you're going to love books and you're going to read one once a month. That goes for anything. Working out, you want to, weigh a certain amount, the scale doesn't really matter. We all know that, but you want to look good, look and feel good, have a goal for that. And then every day, make those simple disciplines each day to add up to the big results. So that's what I got to say. Sometimes you can't fathom it. You can't picture, a certain amount of money or a certain house or car or whatever, but just put it down and watch what happens.
I love that. And that's actually what he was talking about in that book that I was reading. And it was so good because it was basically like, this is how he explained it. You're here and look at all these leaders. I'll just say it now because it goes based upon with what she said. So look at all of these leaders, okay? And I say leaders because they're still people. They're not in like a different realm, right? So write down 5 attributes of these ladies. And sorry, there's no guys yet except for Caesar. Write down 5 things and attributes of them that you look up to. Okay, so I'm going to give a couple examples. Mikkel is inspirational. Stacy has 100,000 in savings. Eliana and Alejandra, they know how to make people feel good. Christy leads with excitement. I don't know. She's always hyped, whatever it is. Find a few things that you love about people that you look up to. Okay. Or even one person that you look up to, what they make you feel. Okay. And this is your blueprint to get to your goal. You are not going to hit that goal until you go through that space of what it's going to take to get those attributes, essentially. You don't get to wake up and say, I am ambassador, I'm ambassador, I'm ambassador, I'm ambassador, I'm ambassador. I'm going to read a book. I'm going to read a book. I'm going to read a book. No, you have to take the action and you have to become the person that has those attributes to be an ambassador. Like, that is your blueprint for who you want to be, for how you want to be, for how you want to make people feel, you guys. We can say over and over again, it really is about who you are going to become in order to hit that goal. The personal growth is huge. but you have got to do the work. We know you have to do the work. You can't just wish. You can't be on here and taking in a lot of information is kind of what he was saying in the book. Like, you can't just be downloading all of this information. You have to apply it, and you have to do personal development. You have to develop personally. Like, that's just what it is. But until you start doing it, you won't know. So that's why I kind of challenged all the new distributors to start reading Beach Money. It's a really great way to start. Honestly, if you're Ruby and above, that book that I'm reading is like super, super good. And it's called Build to Last. Literally, like, it's just freaking gold. But next, before we go on to the next person, I just want to shout out, because sometimes when we're at these goals, we just say it very like nonchalant, but you guys, she just said she has $100,000 in the bank. I don't know if you like understand. That is unheard of. My sister is a lawyer, and she has over 100,000 in debt. And I'm not saying that in a bad way, but I'm just saying, you guys, you have gold right here, essentially. And all you have to do is personal growth and do the work. Like, you literally $100,000 in the bank. That is phenomenal, you guys. A lot of people don't even have more than $100 in the bank, or they have debt. Like, this will give you every single thing that you want in life. Like, it just will. So you guys, that is like not taken lightly. And I'll go over to Eliana, and I don't know where her face is, but I'll just let you go ahead and unmute yourself. And the reason why I want to go to Eliana next is because she also told me yesterday that she has 100,000 in the bank in savings. So I just thought, like, wow, you guys, like, it's so freaking amazing. So freaking amazing. And you guys, both of them, like Eliana, they just redid their entire house. They just remodeled the entire thing. Stacy has bought multiple houses, right? Like, they've both gone through cars and this and that. They've done all those things, but along the way, they've been smart. Along the way, they've gotten rid of all their debt. Along the way, like, they saved $100,000 in the bank. Like, that is the kind of team that I want. Like, I want a team where, like, everyone's just got 100,000 in the bank before they, party. You can party along the way, but put it in the bank too. So I just thought that was so cool. So congratulations, Eliana, but go ahead.
Hey, thank you. My gosh, I don't think we shared that with anybody else yet. I told Christy, because it is kind of one of those things where, like, you don't know if you want to, like, scream it to the world, or you just want to, like, scream it to your husband, and you just jump in your living room, and that's about it. But it's been our goal for a good minute, you guys, and pretty much, we've been in this business for quite a while now, but I don't come from money. Caesar didn't either. And, I grew up always borrowing money. I'll just be honest, you guys, I never knew how to save money. It was just not something that we grew up with. And it was just one of those things that I was hungry for, feeling the freedom, for feeling what it was like to sleep completely, stress-free. Now, we did completely cross off all of our debt, Oh, I'm sorry. I'm like looking at the chat here. We crossed off all of our debt back in, I want to say like maybe 2016, 2017. Caesar and I crossed off over $55,000 of debt, and we became debt free. And then last year we bought our car, which was also on our dream board. We bought our dream car in cash. So we just gave the whole lump sum. We didn't even have to worry about payments or anything. And then the thing about short-term and long-term goals, now I look at it and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, this is so true. This year, you guys, I only had one goal, and I'm usually the girl that has a ton of things on my dream board. I'm usually the girl that, I love, like, gluing stuff together and you name it. But this year I had only one goal, and Caesar and I we drew this little thermometer thing, and we said we're going to pay off our house, and we owe $270,000. I bought this house before I even got engaged or married. This is the house that It Works gave me, and it was my dream house. At 22 years old, I was able to buy this house, thanks to It Works. And at the time, I was still working, so that helped too. But anyway, you guys, that was like a huge eye opener right now, because that's my one goal this year, and it's a really big goal. But when you don't have like the little tiny goals, you're kind of like, dang, you know. And yeah, we have a little over 100,000 in the bank, but you know, the house is still 270. But now here's the thing, where Christy was saying, you know, sometimes we may change our plans. Like, I want to make sure I have, you know, the money in the bank before I say, okay, should we pay it all off, or should we go and invest in, you know, some, maybe, I don't know, a business or investments or real estate. We don't know, but we want to first get the funds so that we can eventually be able to, you know, make that decision. But it's been really awesome remodeling our house. That was part of my 2019 dream board too. And it's literally almost completely done. And you guys, you want to know, it's something so crazy. I had a list of everything I wanted to declutter in my entire house for my 2019 dream board. And it literally says declutter every cabinet from like kitchen, office, you freaking name it, you guys. And I forgot about that dream board. I'm not even gonna lie, because it's 2019. I forgot about it. I put it away in my office closet. And then literally this entire month, like 2 months, we've been decluttering our house, and it's been taking up a lot just because we haven't decluttered in years. And then it just like literally hit me like a bus. I'm like, holy crap, this was part of my dream board in 2019, and law of attraction is so freaking real. And you guys, I didn't go out and seek it. My cousin, she just got licensed as a home stager, a home organizer, basically an interior designer, decorator, and they taught her all about this stuff. So she calls me and she's like, hey, I basically want you to be my first client. Can I declutter your home? And I was like, yeah, sure, why not? And I was in the middle of going ambassador. And then like we just started, like we were supposed to start with the garage, and it turned into decluttering my entire house. And I was like, yes, sure, why not? And now it's been like this entire like decluttering of the whole house. But then you guys, literally, it gave me chills when we were decluttering. And then I found my 2019 dream board, and it says to declutter every freaking cabinet in my home. And then I just showed her, and she's like, that is crazy. She's like, that's some real law of attraction. And it's just crazy, you guys. And even on there, it said over 100,000 in savings, and we hit that this year. So that's another thing, you guys, that I want to let you know. It's like, you know, can I go next? Yes, right? Don't we all? You guys, I love this. I've been loving and enjoying the decluttering process, because I'm a big believer of like, if you move energy around, like you're making more room for more abundance. And I'm so ready for that too. And it's funny because Christy and I were talking about it the other day. She's like, oh yeah, girl, we did that like maybe last year or a year and a half ago. And then it's like you see her massive success this year as well. And I know you're really big in just like getting rid and donating and this and that. And so we've been doing that. And I'm just like, it's like the weight has been lifted, you guys. It's so crazy. I don't know how to describe it. I don't know if I'm just like a weirdo right now, but I've been wanting to do this forever, and I've always put it aside because I personally cannot do it. I needed somebody like my cousin to come and tell me, you do not need this, so let it go. And that's what I needed. So anyway, that was just part of that. And then of course, you know, like it was just awesome buying our dream car in cash and things like that, and the whole being debt free and everything. But it really is incredible to have this kind of money, you guys. And it's not about being money driven or anything, but it's the freedom, the being able to sleep better at night, the knowing that we are working towards something so big, like paying off a house or eventually doing something even bigger with that money for it to be multiplied. And it's just such a blessing, because me, I'm a college dropout, and so is Caesar. And we would have never in our lives thought about doing something like that with something else. And then another thing I want to mention is that, you know, of course, Ambassador has been on my dream boards since 2015. It's been on every single dream board. I never dropped the ranks because of, you know, the circumstances. I always said, nope, Ambassador. Even if we didn't hit it all those years, but we finally hit it this year. But here's another thing, you guys. Caesar is the CEO of his own company as well. And he's been able to pursue that so amazing this year, because we've already hit Ambassador. So now he's able to have the time and the funds to go in and of course, pursue another of his dreams. So It Works is making even more dreams come true, you guys. And it's only up from here, you know, and that's what I love about this. And I got to give the biggest shout out to Christy, because you just have inspired us so much to to continue to, you know, dream bigger and bigger and bigger. And I love that about you, because you guys, like, Christy is always going for like the biggest goals, setting the bar high, setting the standards high. And we love that, because we always have something bigger to see. And the minute she accomplishes something, it gives you that feeling like, okay, she did something, we can too, you know? So it's awesome. So we love it, and we're so excited.
You guys are too nice. I just get excited, you guys, like, and I don't want you to ever think, like, there are so many amazing leaders on this team, you guys, there really are. It just happens that I might be really loud. And that's probably what it is. But just know I'll always be loud. People can be loud with me, but I will never, that's one of those things, you guys, you can never let anyone around you dim your shine. I mean, at the end of the day, like, we get to level up our circle because we are not willing to lower our circle. Does that make sense? Like, you know, I'm always going to want to grow, and everybody gets to grow together. Like, I'm not the leader. I am partners with all of these people here. And so anyways, it just gets me excited. And okay, so gosh, what was I going to say? Oh, Mikkel wanted to go. Man, I was going to say something with what you said. Oh yeah, you guys, like, the thing is you see these posts and this and that and whatever, and every once in a while they kind of bother me. They don't really bother me, but they're like, life is about not stuff. And I'm like, stop telling people that. It isn't, but it almost allows people a pass to be unmotivated. Do you ever feel like that? Maybe it's just me. I don't know. It's like a pass to be like, you don't have to be motivated. It's okay. Be happy with where you're at. And I'm like, but no, that's not what we're made here for. But I'm just going to, that's what I wanted to share with what Eliana said. A couple years ago, I was just like, man, I got 4 kids. Like, stuff doesn't really bring me joy. Like, having, like, if freaking, like, my house, like, we keep getting rid of stuff and stuff, but I want a bigger house so I can put more people in it and have my bigger backyard and all that kind of stuff. So whatever your dream day, dream life, dream everything looks like, that's what you want to put your goals around, you guys. It doesn't have to look the same as anybody else's. I know there are people who would love to just be able to sell their house right now, jump in a freaking RV and just go. And they would just love to travel, right? Like, it doesn't matter what your goal is. I don't even care if you want the freaking Louis Vuitton and the G-Wagon. I don't care. But you have to decide what that perfect day and that perfect life for you looks like, so that no one around you can tear that down, because you're like, I'm so focused, like, you can't slow me down, like, you can't stop me. And this training is definitely going to go longer than 8 o'clock, just FYI. So that's cool. Okay, Mikkel, go ahead.
Okay. Hopefully all of my thoughts are all jumbled and I haven't been able to, like, get it clear. So hopefully this can come out and make sense. But so for me, you guys, this has always been, all right, there we go. Okay. This has always been a massive struggle for me. Putting together a dream board and thinking about what I want has always been such a huge struggle, because, I mean, I don't know about you, but I grew up, like, similar to Eliana, like, not coming from money, but I came from a lot of struggle that trained my mind to survive and protect, and to stay alive and to protect. And so that's how my mind is wired, is to survive. And so everything has always been, so what do I need to do today? How do I need to get through the day? Okay, how do I hit, like, the next promotion? How do I get until there? And it's always exactly, it has been survive, not thrive completely. That's how I grew up. That's how I was raised. That's how things have happened in my life, to where that's the way my mind thinks. And so dreaming beyond that has always been such a difficult concept for me, because I'm like, okay, but, like, I have to survive today. Who cares what happens, like 10 years from now? Like, I got to get through the day. And so that's always been such a struggle for me. And so, but Cammie said, like, the perfect thing that just made it click for me. And she said, dreaming is a muscle. So it almost doesn't even matter what you write down on your dream board. What matters is that you're doing it, because you're exercising that muscle. you're growing that muscle. And so the more times you do it, the more times you think, what do I actually want? The more times you write it down, the more times you make a dream board, you're building that muscle. And so soon you're going to be able to be like $30,000 a month, okay, writing it down, totally hitting it off. And like, you're going to be like Savannah, where you're just like, boom, wrote it down, hit it, boom, wrote it down, hit it. And it's just going to be, you're building and you're growing that muscle. I don't know what that is. Was that a baby? It scared me.
Whose child was that? No one is unmuted. That really freaked me out. Anyways, keep going. You're on fire.
Okay. But so what helps me, because this is still something that I'm like growing through and trying to get better at. So what helps me, you guys, is I said it on live. I said it in my team training. My team's heard it a million times, but it just blew my freaking mind, you guys. Pam was on the Diamond and Above Zoom, and she shook me. And she talked about how other companies who have been around for twice as long as we have, you guys, their top income earners are making $2.2 million a month. That shattered my glass ceiling. That shattered my what do I need to do today mindset, because I was like, holy butt, you guys, that is possible. I am so thinking small. I am thinking, okay, what do I need to do to go ambassador? What do I need to do to, build this diamond or to go ambassador? And I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I freaking out about, you guys? If you are scared of your next goal, it's because your vision isn't big enough. Literally, that is why. Because when your vision expands to this big and you're asking yourself, what do I want in 5 years? What do I want in 10? What do I want in 20? Then that goal that is a mountain to you is going to shrink into its perspective that it's a molehill on this huge journey that you have. You have to expand your vision. And if you think about like what helps me is going back. Okay. So when you guys first started, the idea of signing 2 loyal customers seemed impossible. It seemed terrifying, right? But then you did it and you're like, oh my gosh, I did it. And then a $200 paycheck seemed impossible, but then you did it. But then a $2,000 paycheck seemed impossible, but then you did it. And then to me, a $20,000 paycheck seemed impossible, but then I did it. All I did, you guys, was just add another zero and keep doing the same things that I'm doing every day and give it time. That's it. Like the business, every single leader on this page, every single ambassador in this company, every single person who has seen success in this business has proven to you and has proven to everyone that this business works if you do. That's proven. That's done. Y'all don't have to question it. The only question now is, am I going to stop working? No. Okay, then it's coming. Literally, that's it. It's not a question of spending all this time fearing, what if it doesn't happen? What if it doesn't happen? Well, are you going to stop working? No. Okay, then work and give it time. Then it is happening. Like it literally is that simple. It really is that simple. Do you trust yourself to keep working? And do you trust God to bring all this to you? That is the bottom line. That is the question. And if those 2 things are in place, then put anything that you can possibly imagine on this dream board and just give it time. That literally is it. Pam did a live today that Christy shared. I was just, it was such a God thing, because I was like, this is so perfect, because she was talking about this, and she talked about how when it says in the Bible, asking you shall receive, asking you shall receive. Well, what about the middle? What happens in the middle? Right? That's the faith part. But so many people ask and they're like, they either are just sitting around doing nothing, just like waiting to receive. And we all know it takes action and work and watering what we sow, watering and nourishing what we sow, right? Consistently. But so many people are like, well, it didn't come. It didn't come in the time that I wanted to. It didn't come in a month. Well, it must not be working. And they ruin it instead of just putting in the work and putting in the faith. That is literally all it is. So don't be afraid of dreaming because you're fearing nothing. If you know that you're going to work no matter what, and you know that God loves you, that's it. That's all you need to know. The end.
Go, 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 go. No, I'm just kidding. You guys, like, okay, so in this book that I'm reading, I'm just going to add something on that. It always says, like, you want your team to feel like they're your business partners. You don't want to call them your team. But I'm like over here like, this is my team. Like, I don't know. You're just like hyping me up. Like, I'm like all on the screen. There's like Stacy, Mikkel, Eliana, Shandy's like, oh girl, she's slaying it. And I'm just like, that's my team. Like, I don't know. It just gets me so excited. Like hearing you guys just Just go. I don't know. It just gets me hyped because you are my team. You're my business partners, but you're my team. You're amazing. Love your face. Okay. We're going to let the rest of people talk. We can end on you if you want because we'll come back. Coming in hot. Who else feels excited? I feel like I just drank an energy drink, but I didn't. I'm like sweating. The secret sauce, you guys, is not to get off here and be like, yay. The secret sauce is to apply it. You have to develop personally from the things that these ladies have said. That's a secret. Okay. Who's next? Keep it coming. People are like, I'm not going next, not after that. No, I'm just kidding. Everyone has something to bring. Ooh, Evelyn, that's perfect. Because she has like the total green personality and she's just gonna be like, ABC. Where's your face? You can unmute yourself.
Okay. Hi.
Hi.
So I love all of this, guys, but I am a very green. Like, I am a hardcore green, which means that I need the why. Like, I need the why behind things. So last year, I got to go to an amazing retreat that Christy had, and there were triples and presidentials and ambassadors, and I just walked around for like 4 days asking everyone how did you get here? How did you do this? Like, literally, I think I was calling at it. How? And they told me, they were like, we just worked really, really hard and we never quit. And I was like, that's it? Are you sure that's it? But how much BV do I need to sign? But that's it. So I came home, guys, and I said, you know what? I'm going to just do that. I'm going to just work really, really hard and I'm going to do the things. So I made a dream board. And I was someone, guys, that like thought dream boards were kind of silly because they were just like dreaming, right? I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. Why do you do that? But I did it, guys. So I have it back here. And I made this when I was diamond. So I am a green, guys. So I was a diamond. My goal was to hit triple diamond by the end of 2020. I actually hit that 2 months ago. So like that was amazing. And because I'm a green, I did exactly who I needed. And this was so important to me because for me to go triple diamond, it meant that I was helping other people change their lives too. It meant that I needed 1 double diamond. I needed 3 diamonds, 4 emeralds, 11 rubies. And all of these people started to really matter to me. Someone hitting ruby, that meant that they were changing their life because they were making an extra $200 to $500 a month. They could pay for gas, they can pay for groceries, all of those things, right? So then it was about paying off my loans. Guys, I had $50,000 in debt. Never did I think that I was going to pay off my debt. Like, I remember when I started the business, I was working 3 jobs. I was working 80 hours a week. Yeah, it was insane. And I was going to do that for 5 years. That was my plan. My plan was to work 80-hour weeks for 5 years and maybe go debt-free. I was able to pay off $50,000 in less than about a year. Started a savings account, guys. I was able to sponsor a child. I bought a new car, which I'm gonna have paid off in 3 months. Total time that I had the car was 6 months. Like, all of these things, guys, because I just did the work. And it's true, guys, if you don't quit, like if you keep doing it every single day, you do the tasks that all of your leaders talk about, you are going to do amazing things. I'm now thinking about buying a house in the next 2 years. My plan is to buy a house, have a huge down payment, and all of those things are just going to happen. I don't really know how. I just know that I'm going to do it. I'm going to work really, really hard, and I'm never going to quit. You get those things? That's it, guys. That's literally it. That's it, guys. I'm pretty fast. I'm a fast talker.
I love that. But you know what? I know part of your story that some of these people probably don't know. Can you just really quick share? Because sometimes people are like, okay, great. Congratulations. But your first year was not hot stuff, right?
No. So I was in the business, guys. I joined the business in July of 2017, I think. And I actually joined the business because I wanted a cleanse, but I did not like the idea of an auto ship. I hated the idea of an auto ship. So I figured I can join as a distributor. And I told my enroller, I was like, do not talk to me about the business. I will block you. I will literally block you. She did. She ignored me. She added me to the groups, and I started seeing things. I started seeing Savannah go live and talking about how she was debt-free. I started seeing Christy's story, everyone else's story. And I started wondering, do I have to have $50,000 in debt? Like, is that not what my life needs to look like? Is there another way? Is there something different? Can this business really do something for me? And then I started slowly but surely trying. And eventually I got the vision. Like, that's really what it's about. Is that what you wanted, Christy? Is that the story we're talking about?
Yeah, I did. You guys, because you guys don't know, like, really how long it sometimes it took some of us longer and some of us not as long to just kind of gain some traction, I guess you could say. So I do want them to see that, because since you have been like consistent and working and had that vision, you have been going fast. So people might not, know that, your first year, right? Essentially
a year and a half, honestly, guys. It was me, like, I would work the business. I would do a post once a week, maybe. I would never message. I would message Savannah and I'd be like, hey, I'm quitting today. And she'd be like, oh, okay, you aren't doing anything. But I'm very, very stubborn. So again, like, finally it was like, why are all these other girls doing it? And I started watching, guys. From the moment I finally decided I'm going to go all in, I went ruby that month. 2 months later, I went diamond. A conference a year ago, this last conference, I went double and then triple 2 months ago. Like, I just worked hard and made things happen. And it's totally worth it to not have to worry about overdrafting your account, changing the lives of other people, because I went triple. So many other people on my team have now changed their lives. Like, that's the best feeling. Presidential's next. So excited.
You're so cute. I love that so much. Thanks for sharing. Okay, so Eliana, or maybe Jamie, in that book, what does he say? He says like network marketing is developing while you work, or I don't know how he says it, but it's so like, do any of you guys know in that book, like how he says it? He says it over and over, and it's so freaking good. Okay.
I'm only on chapter 5, so I don't know if you passed me.
No, I think it is in chapter 5. But I'm just listening. I'm so excited about it. Let me see. Eden, I see you. Is Jamie with you? Ask her what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, we're together, but I don't remember that part.
Okay. Well, then I'll let you guys go, and then we'll go to Shandy and Liza, but I'm going to let you guys go because you're together.
All right.
I know.
We're sitting across the table from each other, but anyways, I am going, she has to turn down her volume real quick or she's echoing, but anyways, I'm just going to really quickly say, when you are doing your dream board, don't think that your dreams are silly. Like you.
Wait, listen. We're looking at you from Eden's phone.
I know. I'm like, I hate you right now. We're having dinner. So anyways, don't think that your dreams are silly. You're sitting here listening to people say, I paid off $50,000 of debt. I can't with you, Eden. All I see is your face. Okay, I gotta switch. I can't.
Oh, I got you. It's you. It's you.
I'm like, stop it. Anyways, you're hearing people say like, I paid off $50,000 in debt. I have $100,000 in savings. I just bought a house. Like, you can hear all these things, and then it makes you think like, oh my gosh, like I don't want to put this on there because now that just seems so silly. But it is like Mikkel said, it's a muscle, and your dreams will change. And so most successful people actually redo their dream board every 3 to 4 months. They don't do it once a year. They do it every 3 to 4 months, because your dreams should always constantly be changing. And then you're going to continually increase those dreams, and you're going to continually level up, and you're going to dream bigger. And it's one of my favorite things about this company is that, I came into it with certain, perceptions, I guess, of life, and they have completely changed. Like, I'd never done a dream board. I'd never done a vision board. I never I lived a comfortable life, but I didn't dream like I do now. And so when I first started, I wasn't saying things like, I want $150,000 in savings. I wasn't saying that, I just wanted to be home with my family. And now I'm home with my family. So my dreams have changed, and maybe, like Christy said earlier, people say, oh, I don't need all the material things. Like money doesn't buy happiness. No, it doesn't buy happiness, but it does give you options. And then it gives you options for the things that maybe you are passionate about. Maybe you don't need a fancy car, but maybe you want to be able to give away to an organization or get involved in some way. And so don't compare what everyone else is doing. Let that inspire you, but don't ever think that, your dreams are silly. They're your own, and they will develop and they will grow, and you should expect that they do. And you should change your dream board up every 3 to 4 months to keep going. But once you create your dream board, you guys, do not throw it in a closet. Don't put it under your bed. Don't roll it up and, put it out of sight. Like, that's the point of it. It has to be somewhere that you're always visualizing it. Put it up on your freaking bathroom mirror or something, like put it somewhere where on your refrigerator, like somewhere where I've had people come to my house and be like, Ambassador Diamond, $35,000 a month. What's that? And they see it on my refrigerator and they ask me, but I'm putting it there because that's where I see it every single day, and that's the point. It has to remind you, it has to be what bridges the gap for you between actually saying this is what I want and receiving what you want. You have to put in the action in between. And that is your daily reminder. When I had up on there, because I'll be honest, I didn't get over myself for 2 freaking years, you guys, 2 years. It took me 2 years to get over myself and decide like, okay, my family is worth it. If I say that I want to be home with my kids and that I would do anything for my kids, then I'm a freaking liar if I don't. Like, I need to do whatever I need to do and forget what everyone else is telling me I'm stupid, telling me I don't need this opportunity, telling me it's a scam and a pyramid and all these things. I knew it wasn't, because I saw other people before me having the success, and I knew if they could, I could. And so I had to have that every single day. Be home with my kids as a reminder. So all the outside influences did not influence me, because I said, if my kids are truly that important to me, then I'm going to do whatever I have to do to be home with them. And it's on my dream board. Like, it was there, and it was that constant reminder. And so you have to have that. That's what it's there for. That is the whole point, because you can say these things, but if you aren't taking action to get towards them, you're never going to have them. And so that is the point of it. It's a constant daily reminder for you in your face. So you're like, oh, dang, I didn't send my messages today. I didn't add anyone new today. I didn't make a post yet today. And I'm not going to bed until I do those things, because that stuff is important enough to me to not go to bed until I do it, because I'm going to achieve that. And that's it.
No, I love that, you guys. So, I mean, what is she telling you? Your homework? You got homework. I know you have homework to make a dream board or make a new dream board if you already have one. Like, that is your goal. Your goal is to do that, you guys. It doesn't matter what you put on there. You get to decide. Love you.
Love you. Yeah, Eden wants to totally talk.
Okay, you can give her the phone so then I can put it on your face.
Okay,
I can just unmute myself.
Nope, don't do it.
Or show the chips in me. Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Eden Fabke at the Park household. Let me see if my volume is okay.
You're good.
So dream boards are awesome, but I feel like I'm going to be a little bit reiterating what everyone else has said. I'm a little bit echoing, so I'm going to walk away from Jamie. Now I see why she hated me. But what was I saying? I got scroll brain right now. So I didn't start doing personal development until I think I was going Emerald. And that's because Jamie, I was asking her, I'm like, I'm doing all the things. I'm still Emerald. What else do I need to do? And she asked me if I was doing personal development, and I hadn't. I thought it was really cheesy and kind of like witchcraft, all those things. And I thought the same thing about vision boards or dream boards. And I heard everyone talk about them, but I never actually ever made one. I put like maybe my dreams out there or said them. I tried journaling a couple times, but I never ever stuck with it. And you could tell from my, like, what I was reaping, what I wasn't sowing, you know? So I was doing technically the things, but I wasn't doing all the things. I wasn't doing the things that were most important. That was mindset. So I feel like before I even talk about dream boards was listen to what your leaders are saying. If you're on this training and you haven't, like, you don't know what personal development is, it's something that uplifts you. If you're spiritual or whatever you are, you need something to uplift you daily before you're looking at your phone or going about your workday, whether it's with this business or any other, being a mom. You need something for you. And I feel like it's a lot more talked about now in 2020. I see people like posting on their stories about their manifestations as a mom. I'm like, what? I thought only people in It Works did like manifestations and personal development, but I feel like it's talked about more and more, which is awesome. So more people are going to believe it, unlike me when I started. So just something to pump you up. If it's, I know Christy said it's like really good music, or going to the gym for her, it pumps her up. If you want to watch a quick video on YouTube that's motivational. For me, it was, I read my first book was Beach Money. I heard someone recommended it to me. And from there, he talked about making a vision board in Beach Money. I think his name's John Alder, if you guys want to get that book. And from there, he just talked about how he like wrote a letter to himself. He had these vision boards, and it's kind of like the cliche story where it was, he found it like 7 years later and he had accomplished everything on his dream board. I'm like, okay, yeah, he's a billionaire. Of course, he has these cool stories. And so I slowly was like hearing all of these success stories and taking each one with a grain of salt. But the more you're going to like listen to inspiring stories, the more you're going to be inspired. So that's why I think it's important to show up to these trainings. And you might think like, okay, we've heard from these leaders so much. Okay, like why are they bragging about everything they have or everything they've done? It's not because of that. We want to show you what's possible. So I think a lot of times we don't hear the backstory. So I love that Jamie and Evelyn shared that it wasn't always perfect since the moment they started. And for me, like, yeah, I was a hard worker, but I wasn't willing to put in the work from my mindset. And the moment that I did, I went to Emerald and Diamond. And then my first dream board, sadly, was after I had my baby. I remember because she was born in beginning of December and I didn't make it. I remember, I think it was Jamie or Christy, someone said, okay, if you don't have your dream board, you can't do this or that. I don't remember what the requirement was. So I was like, crap, I got to make it. It was the beginning of January of 2019. And I finally made my first dream board, you guys. And I think that's the moment when I started taking like it seriously, because I had it up on my wall. Even my husband started to look at my dreams and goals. And I felt like he was, not that he wasn't ever supportive, he's like over there looking, but he would do little things like put little sticky notes like on the toilet paper roll or in the cabinet, in the pantry, like you are president, or what was it back then? You are a triple diamond. And he would start to cheer me on too, because he saw my dreams up there, because maybe sometimes we don't communicate what we're going for and how important they are to us. So I just think that kind of like what everyone's saying, just to reiterate, it doesn't matter so much what you're putting on your vision boards or the backgrounds on your phone, but it's the act of doing it and like strengthening that dreaming muscle. But remember that you do have to put in that hard work and that faith. And that's why the mind work, working on our mindset, is so important. Like that's the essential missing piece if you truly are doing all the other steps. I've been able to accomplish all of the things on my 2019 dream board. And that's amazing to me, because there are things that I thought were just kind of crazy and I was dreaming, like things that I wouldn't actually accomplish. And just like a little cool side story, I thought was such a blessing of like putting it out there and getting what you put on your dream board was my husband and I really wanted to buy our first home once he graduated from college, and he graduated in December. And we really wanted to have saved the 20% down payment. And it came around the time where we should have been shopping for homes, and we didn't have that down payment. We hardly had like, I don't know, maybe a quarter of it. And that would have been like all of our savings. And we ended up like, we were always looking at houses on Zillow and things like that. And the one that we loved, we're like, yeah, we don't know, maybe we won't end up being able to buy a house like we thought. And kind of just life had happened and the business had gone up and down in my life. I probably wasn't working as hard as I should have been doing the personal development, but I did put that house on my dream board and things like that. And the house that we had loved on Zillow, we actually were able to buy it with only a 0.5% down payment. I don't remember why. It's probably because we were first time homeowners, but our dreams became our reality. And it just goes to show you're not going to know exactly how these things are going to happen, but God's going to make it work. If you're putting in that hustle and have the faith, maybe it won't be how you made up the plan, but it's going to work somehow. And I mean, that's just kind of like a little cool miracle story that was like a confirmation of my testimony and my faith of it. So it might not always happen like that, but I thought it was such a blessing, and I am pro hogwash dream boards and personal development now. And I love you all.
I love that. You know what I love too, you guys, is that what she said going based upon what also somebody said in the chat. They said Rachel Hollis is like their jam. You guys, Rachel Hollis is like one of the most inspirational people ever. You guys have probably heard of her books. It's like The Girl Wash Your Face, blah, blah, blah. I don't even know how many books she has. But anyways, she is amazing. Guess what? She also got a divorce. You're like, what? Right? Right? That's who it is, right? I'm not saying that wrong. Pretty sure she got a divorce. You might be like, what? You guys, the thing is that it doesn't mean that everything's going to happen perfectly. It doesn't mean that your path is going, like Christy said, if I had made a dream board, all my dreams will come true. Nobody is saying that it's not going to be hard work. Nobody is saying that life might throw some stuff at you, but that is what keeps your focus. That is what keeps your focus on doing the work each day. And honestly, so many times in this business, on this team, people have said that this business changed their life just because of the personal development when they did go through something hard. So don't just say, oh, personal development and a dream board will make my business and my life perfect. It won't. It's still life, but it will make it just so much easier and better, and the way that you go through life so that you're in control. You are in control, and you are the one that gets to decide how you feel each day when you wake up and how you run your business, because you are the boss of your business. I'm not the boss of your business. I'm not your boss. I'm not going to get you out of bed each day to work your business. Like, I'm not your boss. You are the boss of your business, of your life, of your dream boards. Okay. So, Shandy, I will go to you.
Hello.
All right. And thanks, guys, for staying on. Really quick before we say this, just because I know it's kind of late for some of you guys, we have our push, you guys. It is for people that want to go diamond or people that want to create a diamond that are already diamond and above. It is starting on August 1st. You need to get your one distributor by the end of the month, which should be so easy, especially because it's only $49 to join. You have to get that one, and then you can go comment on the post and then reach out to your triple and up leader, and they'll give you the link. It's going to be amazing. Okay, go ahead.
All right, so I'll just tell a little of my story. So I am Shandy Messer, and I started on Christy's team in July of last year. And she had brought up these dream boards, you guys. So I love that she talked about this. And I was like, this is not even going to be a thing, you guys. I was like, there's no way. Like, I don't get it. I was exactly like Eden. I was like, what? I mean, I don't get it. But then they brought up like the percentage. It's like of 85% of people that actually make these dream boards, you guys, 15% of people achieve them. So I was like, you know what? That's crazy. I'm going to be that 15%. I'm going to be that person that does this, because I'm very much so red. So I'm like, you tell me I can't do something, guess what? I'm going to show you that I can. So that's how I am. I'm like, you know what? You want to tell me I can do it? I'm going to do it. So I literally did. I went to my friend's house. We had a little dream board party. If you guys have a local team, you guys, I highly encourage you guys to get together and just make these dream boards together, because it was such a fun little thing for us to do. And I made my dream board, and I did this in December. I was diamond at the time, you guys, and in our savings account, we had like $2,400 extra to our name. Not to say that I'm one of those people that I didn't have to do this business, you guys. I chose to do this business because I'm the kind of person that needs something to do. I just am very ADHD. I'm outgoing. Like, I just was not, like, I feel like I was not made to just be a stay-at-home mom. So I started this business. I was super stinking excited. It gave me something to do. It just gave me that purpose. That's literally what it is. I wanted to have a purpose other than being that stay-at-home mom. And so like I said, I talked to my husband about it after I started up doing the products, and I did this business. And fast forward, like I said, to the dream board. I was in July of last year. In December, we made these dream boards, you guys, and this is it here. And it hangs, usually I had it, you guys, on my fridge for the longest time, because I wanted to be able to see it, just like Christy said, every single day, because, you know, out of sight, out of mind. So I had this on my refrigerator every single day. I made my own little office space, and then that's where I ended up bringing it. But just the crazy thing is when I was making this, you guys, these things on here were literally exactly like she said, they were dreams. They were things that I thought were so far out of my reach that I didn't even know if it was even gonna be possible or how long it was gonna take me to get there. And some of these I was like, that's gonna be a really long-term goal. So we had, I had on here, you know, even little things like I just wanted to be able to give back more. And of course, with this business, what I love is that we do get to give back. We have that opportunity. You can literally donate out of your paychecks. And so I do love that. I had just things that I wanted to really work on, you guys. When I started this business, I was so lost. I was going through postpartum depression. I was like not confident at all. I was not healthy. Like every time I would lose weight, I would gain weight back, but truthfully, I was losing the weight because I just wasn't eating. So I was like, my one big thing on this dream board was to have a healthy body and a healthy mind. So something simple, but it was something huge for me. And then I wanted to do a family vacation all paid for by It Works. We've gone on a few vacations, not the big one that I was thinking at the time. So I still want to obviously do that. I wanted to grow my walk with Christ. I wanted to pay off my student loans. And so I had on here that I wanted to pay them off by February of 2020. And at the time I was like, I don't think that's even going to happen, but I'm going to push for it. And we paid them off on February 19th of 2020. So no more student loan debt. And then another one I had on here is that I wanted to just grow as a leader. Like I just literally am so inspired by Christy that I was like, you know what? I want to be just like her. I'm like, not to say like I just want to do the things that she has done. And I've really worked hard to duplicate that for my team, you guys. And so that's one of the big things on here. We wanted to have $25,000 in savings. And like I said, when I started this dream board, you guys, that was like a far goal. I was like, that's probably a little ways away. We had like $2,400 at the time. And you guys, I put that, we wanted $25,000 in savings by July of 2020. And we hit that on April 30th. We literally had $25,000 in our savings. So we hit our goal 3 months before, and we didn't even think that was something that was possible. And another thing that we had on here, which like I said, again, we didn't know if it was going to be done, but I was just shooting, which is I have on here a 4-bedroom home with a yard for the kids with a game and a playroom. And if you guys have been watching me, you guys know that we are currently remodeling what's, to me, it's a dream home. I am super excited. It's something I didn't even think was going to be possible either. And so that is in the process of being remodeled, and we will be in it before 2020. I had on here, I wanted to be charted for Triple Diamond by February of 2020. And we literally charted on the very last day for Triple, and then went Triple 2 months after that. So I just love this thing because it's like I said, those are things, you guys, that I literally didn't know if I was going to achieve them, if they were going to be achievable, but you can do anything that you set your mind to. And so I think that's something that had to be brought to me. And I feel like this company, like I will tell this a million times over, that this company is my saving grace, you guys. Like I have gone through things that I didn't want to go through. There's things that I feel like this team is what I stay here for. I am so grateful for this team. They've helped me through so many different things, and it's just such a blessing. Like I said, and you can do anything that you guys set your mind to. So don't let anyone tell you any different. And if they tell you, like somebody said in the chat, that you can't do this or you're going to fail, you can tell them that when their opinions pay your bills, then they can come back at you. Okay.
Amen. My question for people, you guys, is always like, do you want that person's life? If you guys don't want my life, if you want someone else's life, then go do what they're doing. Like, by all means. Like that's like okay, I'm following Pam Sauder. You guys, so just so you know, Shandy literally only started in July of last year, and she already accomplished all of that. And I say that because I don't dare hinder how fast someone can go. Like at the end of the day, you can go very fast in this business, but also sometimes you just don't. I think the secret is that some people are trying to learn everything, whereas other people take the action right away. She took the action right away. I didn't. For like a couple months. I was like, what's happening? Like, I don't know what's happening. And then there's other people that took the action right away. I know Eden took the action right away. I know Brooklyn took the action right away. Liza took the action right away. Shandy took the action right away. And so they went a little bit faster than us. But again, I wasn't looking at how necessarily, of course I want to get there faster, but I always had a goal and I usually missed it. I usually missed every single one of my goals that I've set, but it didn't matter because like I'm Ambassador Diamond. Like it didn't matter if I missed it by a month or 2 months or 3 months. Like every single month, I'm going ambassador. I'm freaking going ambassador. I'm freaking going. Oh, this is a month. This is a month. Oh my gosh, this is a month. It didn't matter because like my eye was on the freaking prize, and also even beyond that, I was like, okay, well, once we're ambassador, we're going black diamond. So even as a diamond, I was thinking about that. You guys, like you are in control. The secret is taking the mindset with the action combined. Like you will learn how to do this. You will learn the mindset if you just start to take the action and ask the questions. Like that's really what it is. Okay. You look beautiful, like always.
I was swimming all day, whatever, and working. So can you guys hear me? Are we good?
We are good. It was me.
Okay. So I wanted to share really quick because I have a dream board that I completely marked everything off of, except for going on vacations, obviously because of COVID. So I don't have it with me because I'm not at home, which is part of my dream board. One of my big dreams on my dream board was to be able to go see my family and not have to feel like I had to be at work all the time, because I worked all the time before, like 12-hour days all the time. And so anyways, that's a big blessing. That's why I don't have my dream board to show you that I marked everything off of. But I wanted to share really quick about the dream board. I started in November, and in December, Christy was like, we are doing a dream board. And I knew what dream boards were, but I didn't have one. And because I was at that mindset all my life of survival, like I feel like Mikkel was saying that, like I was just like, okay, I'm going to get through the day. I'm going to go to work because I'm going to pay the bills and I can work and I can earn money. And I've always taken care of myself. I never borrowed money from anybody. I always took care of myself. I always took care of my kids, but I was always in that survival mode. So doing a dream board was really, really huge for me. It really put things into perspective. I was like, okay, I always said I wanted to pay off my debt, but then I just didn't, because like I wanted to do other things with my money. So I just didn't do it. So on my dream board, I put, of course, my number. I wrote this is really cute. Actually, let me tell you this really quick. So Christy's like, we need to do dream boards, team training, make a list on a piece of paper, make a list. And I had my poster board sitting there, and then we were doing team training. And I looked down, and my 9-year-old at the time she had my board, and she was just wrote down number 1, and she wrote down just everything on the list. I was going to make it all fancy and cute. And then before I was done with like our meeting, I looked down. I don't think it was team training. I think it was a private meeting with Christy, but I looked down and she had already written everything. So my dream board's not all fancy and with like sparkles and whatever else. It just, Layla literally wrote my list. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's so good. I can't change it. So the first thing on my list, number 1, was go diamond in 90 days. Number 2, I was like, earn, X amount of dollars a month, like $3,000 a month. And it was just like and then I had double diamond. And then I had to write in dates because I was like, whoa, I didn't write in dates. The first one obviously was 90 days. So there was kind of a date. But I had that. Then I had, pay off credit card debt, pay off, stop doing nails. Stop doing nails. Stop doing nails. Anyways. And then go on vacations. I wanted vacations paid for, not on credit cards. I wanted vacations that I paid for, not credit cards. No more credit cards. And so I started marking those things off. And then once I got to diamond in 90 days, and then I got to double diamond, and then I was like, what's after Christy? What's after double diamonds? And she's like, really? I'm like, what do I do now? So my point in telling you that is not because I was like, duh, but I didn't really ask a whole lot of questions. Christy was like, your goal is to go diamond in 90 days. You're going to make $2,000 a month. And that stuck out to me because I made a lot of money doing nails when I was full-time, but I was only part-time at that point, and I was making about $2,000 a month doing nails. And so that was my goal. It was like $2,000 a month, so I don't have to do nails anymore. And of course, $15,000 bonus. Who doesn't want that, right? So after that, I was like, oh, well, I'm not gonna say it was easy. It was easy because she said, do this, 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 and this every day. So I did this, 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 and this every day. That's why it was easy. Not necessarily that you don't have to work, but it's easy because Christy already tells us, do this, 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 and this, and then you will see results. So I didn't question it. I just did it. And then I went diamond in 90 days. And then I kept doing the things. And then I went double diamond. And then I was like, oh, I should probably put some more things on my dream board, like triple diamond. It's all in there in the middle. And so then I was like, oh wait, what's after triple diamond? Let me look at this business plan since I just like went in. So anyway, but yeah, I just went in and did the things, and I was like checking off this dream board, and I was like, I need to like add to this because this is like happening. So dream boards are real. Like put it up there and it's gonna happen. It has to be in front of you. So the thing with my debt, I put off, pay off credit card debt. So then I had a list like, okay, this one's off, this one's gone, this one's gone. I've paid, and I had a lot, I didn't realize how much credit debt I really had until I started paying it off. And I'm like, whoa. So I've paid off to this point, and this isn't even including June's paycheck, I've paid off 4 credit cards, and I'm not talking like $300, I'm talking like thousands, a couple $1,000s each. I've already paid off 4. I'm going to pay off 2 more this month. And I'm only going to have like 1 left after that. I think 1 and some change on another one. So I'm really excited. It's really amazing. And I'm so excited. I feel so free, and I'm only halfway there with my credit card debt, but I love it. It's amazing. And I definitely recommend a dream board. So the other point of that is this is my new dream board. There's nothing on it, but it's going to be full tonight.
Blank slate.
The blank slate, because I checked off, well, except almost all the credit card debt, but you know.
No, I love that. It's nice. Like that actually is nice to see, you guys. Like I want you to really think like you can put whatever you want on there, and you have to do the work, right? But like you can put whatever you want on there. That's so awesome.
And this was just from December 2019 when I made that dream board. That was 7 months ago.
I love that so much. Oh my gosh, I feel like my internet's cutting out. Okay. You're awesome. You guys are all awesome. And we've all had just different time journeys. But we don't share those because it doesn't matter. Like I asked them to share them, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. A lot of you guys don't even know how long I've been in this business. I've been in the business for 7.5 years. Stacy's been in, I think, 6.5 years. Eliana's been in like 6, almost 6 years probably, I think, right? Something like that. So, but you're just like, it doesn't matter. You're just like, oh my gosh, there's so inspirational. Oh my God, blah, blah, blah. All right. But it's taken a long time. And so anyways, you can go fast, but sometimes it's just going to take some time. So I love that so much. And, okay, let's go to Brooklyn, and y'all need to stop being like, Christy, you're awesome. Cause then these other leaders are going to do their own trainings and don't want to be on this one. So that's just the truth. All right. Let me, spotlight you. Hold on. Unmute your face, your beautiful face.
Hey, so I'm on my computer. Can you guys hear me fine?
100%. We can hear you great.
Okay. So I know like this is super long, but it's just super inspiring, and I felt like I needed to share. So I got started in the business in December of 2018. And I think this is super awesome that we're all redoing our dream boards, because when I got started, usually right January, beginning of the year, new you, like everyone does their dream board. So basically like the moment I got started in this business, that's when I saw the dream boards and I saw the dreaming, I saw a conference. And so it was like I came in and I was just like, dang, this is so awesome. I'm going to take off. And I literally was a newbie, just like some of you guys are. If you're a newbie, literally on this Zoom, hearing people's stories, hearing the leaders talk, and I literally never thought I would be here. I never thought I would be a triple diamond speaking to all of you guys, but literally that is why, like, God hasn't put anything in me that he has put in you. Like, literally you could be here. You just have to literally put in the work every single day and just do the things. Like everyone has been saying this Zoom. So basically, I made my dream board in January and I went double diamond in 4 months, and it was absolutely insane. I don't even know how it happened. I just put in the work every single day. And honestly, Jamie and Eden believed in me, so I just got the belief and I stole their belief and went for it. But I also want you guys to know that it took me a whole entire year to go triple diamond from double. And that was because I just let, the opinions of others get to me. I let fear, I let doubt, I let just comparing myself to other leaders. But you know what? I kept triple diamond on my dream board, sitting in my room every single day through all of 2019. And then 2020, I said, screw it. We are doing this year. Like, I'm not going to have another year go by that I see triple diamond on my dream board and I don't make it happen. And so literally 2020 came and I put my vision on, I put my blinders on, and I got to work, you guys, and I literally focused on helping others, and I focused on helping my team promote. I focused on literally going to double diamond was all about me, and I needed that whole entire year to grow into the leader that I needed to be a triple diamond leader. And so literally, it doesn't matter how long it takes you to get there. You just have to keep putting in the work every single day and believe that you can be there. And now I've hit triple and I'm like, okay, now I need to make a whole new dream board. So Saturday we got on Zoom and we made a dream board, and I literally put presidential diamond, and it's just crazy, you guys. Like, it's just crazy. You have to make these dream boards and you have to put them up on your wall. You have to see them every single day, because that's what's going to keep you going on the hard days, is seeing those goals and seeing why you are working to change lives and to hit those goals. And so I'm just so excited, you guys. And I literally forgot what I was going to say. I was like going for it. But literally, like, okay, let me get my things on. I was like going super hard and I forgot what I was going to say. Shoot. Okay, go ahead, Christy. I lost it.
I'll just leave you unmuted if you want to share. So I want you guys to take this seriously. I want you to take it seriously. This is very serious. All of these people say, oh, my leader, my friend, my this, my that. They said do it. I thought it was hocus pocus, but I did it anyways. Those are the people speaking. I mean, period, end of story. So your job is to be coached, right? That's part of being successful in this business. It's being willing to hear from people who essentially they know more than you. Like, I know that sounds bad, but I'm like, Pam, come talk to me. Mark, come talk. Like, I'll talk to anyone who's got an idea, or has done something or has something, to offer, whatever it is. So all of these ladies have offered you literally keys to be successful in this business. It's literally keys to be successful. And so I want you guys to really take this seriously and really just, even if you do it like Liza said, like just write it down tonight, just to really like take that time and think about where you want to be in like a 3 to 6 month goal. And then in a year to 2 goal, and then a 5-year, where do you want to be, you guys? It's so super important that you really take this seriously, because if you don't know what you're working for, you're not going to want to do it. When someone says no, you're just going to be like, whatever, I don't want to do this. When you're feeling discouraged, you're just going to push this business to the side, because this business is an option. This business is an option. Your dream life, your 5 years from now, sitting pretty, whatever it is, whatever your day looks like, it's an option. You will not die if you quit this business today. You won't. It's an option. But you have to decide that it's going to be an option that you're going to make not optional. You are going to burn the freaking boat, and you're going to do it no matter what. And remember what these ladies have told you, because it's very important that you understand that just doing the work is not going to get you there. And just working on your mindset, reading all the books, is not going to get you there. It is the combination. I have seen people in this business, on this team, that do the work every single day. And just like what Eden said, they're like, why am I still in this spot? What does your mind look like? What does your mind truly look like? Okay. Are you reading a book, or are you actually applying what the book is teaching you? Are you listening to an Audible, or are you actually developing personally every single time you listen to it? I've never finished a book. I know that sounds funny. I have never finished a book, you guys. I skim. Honestly, I swear, like the first few chapters always just gets me hyped. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna go take this right now. I'm gonna like run with it. Like the thing is that I want to feel good about this business. If I'm feeling good and I'm feeling excited and I'm running and I'm whatever and I feel inspired, like I don't need to spend time on that anymore. Like that's just kind of what it is for me. And then that's where the work comes in. But every single day, every single morning, that is how I start, because I want to feel that excitement every single day, you guys. But it's just really important that you take this very seriously and take you and your business very seriously, and know that like you're no different than anybody here. It's really what it comes down to. You don't get the ability to say, well, she has this and I don't have that. You don't get that ability. You do not get that ability. It doesn't matter what's going on in your life. It doesn't matter the good, the bad, the happy, the sad, the ugly. It doesn't matter. You don't get that ability. Everyone he talked about this in the book too, like everyone in network marketing, you guys, there are people who, it says like, no one is going to crown you king or queen in this business or on this team. No one is going to decide, you know what, I'm going to make Jamie an ambassador today. You don't get that. In network marketing, on this team, in this business, everybody starts in the same exact spot. No one is born into it. Every single person has to earn their way. And so you are no more or you are no less than any of these other people that have done it. So I really want you guys to take this very seriously, and like really, if you need to do it with a spouse, whether they're supportive or unsupportive, like you sit down with them and decide like, if this crazy business did work, right? Talking to maybe a spouse that's not supportive, what would we want our life to look like in a few years from now, right? And really just design that, because that's what's going to get you up every single day. And then I always like to have a short-term 3 to 6 month goal, you guys. But before we jump off, I want you guys to put in the chat if you have gotten your one this month, or gotten your one for our push to diamond or creating a diamond. I want you guys to put that there. It is only $49 to join. Our sleepy tea just came out, right? I ordered 3 bags. Who ordered a bag? I definitely am going to be selling those for samples like freaking crazy, because when I tried it, immediately within 15 minutes, I knew it was working. I felt calm, peace. It was amazing, you guys. So literally between that, BOGO on the keto coffee and the skinny brew and the $49 enrollment, everybody should be able to get at least a couple customers and a couple distributors before the end of the month. And just keep in mind, I redid the training and Make It Happen. I know everybody's got their own. I'm sure Stacy, Jamie, Savannah, I'm sure everybody has their own things, but I redid the training in the Make It Happen page, you guys. And so I want you to go there tonight after you make your dream board, or tomorrow sometime, dream board's number 1. And I want you to go look at it. I want you to go look at it so that you know how you're going to be training your one distributor, and that we are going to change the game for this team in creating massive duplication. It's not about me signing 100, Stacy signing 100, Eden and Jamie signing 100. It's about everybody signing a few. Okay. And then teaching those people to sign a few. This business, this industry in a whole, you guys, the whole goal is for you to have freedom of time and freedom of income, okay? If you don't have the freedom, you have to put in work, you do. But once the ball gets rolling, it will duplicate on its own, and that's how it should be. That's how it should be set up. And so my goal for you guys is that dream day life, right? Is that you're working a little because you want to, because you're excited, because it's fun, because you love it, okay? But that your business is growing at exponential rates 5 years from now, and you don't even know people's names. You got to go look in your e-suite to even know their names. Okay. I know that's bigger than some of you guys, you know, it's your day one, but I want you to really see, like, I'm not gonna dim the vision that I know you could possibly have if you're willing to put in the work and do the mindset shift. And I love how Eden said she did read Beach Money. If you don't know where to start there. I buy books all the time, and rarely do I ever get through them. So I just started getting them on Audible. But however you like to do it, get that book. Okay. So love you all. You guys stayed on. Oof, this might be the longest training we ever had. You guys are amazing. We have amazing leaders here. You literally have all the inspiration you need. You have all the inspiration you need. They're all here. They all just spoke. Not all of them, but a lot of them, they just spoke. That's all the inspiration you need, you guys. So anyways, love you all. I'm sweating now, and I'm going to go eat some dinner. Okay. Bye.